Good morning, Scott. How are you doing?
Hey there, Errol. I'm rather well. How are you, sir?
Absolutely fantastic. What a brilliant idea that you're putting together here with Red Coral. Man, you got to talk to me about this because there's got to be some people that have got to download the app and get it on their flat screens.
Love you, brother. Thank you very much for saying that. Red Coral came about, the gentleman who's my partner in the company, Larry Meistrich. Larry, been a producer, has produced over 140 films. You may know the film Sling Blade was one of his biggest successes. Another film, You Can Count on Me, another Academy Award-winning film. And Larry and I met about 10 years ago. We formed Red Coral to produce content, but we found, at that time, more and more the world was turning to streaming. DVDs were pretty much on their last legs at that point. Exhibition, otherwise known as theaters, were getting less and less folks going to the theater. And we thought if we're going to survive, we need to create our own streaming service. And another thing is, element to that driver is we've had our own content on the multitude of streaming services that are available, from Netflix to Amazon to YouTube to Tubi to Pluto, and have gotten a very, very, very short end of the stick when it came time to sharing the wealth. And what we wanted to treat directors, writers, actors, musicians, athletes. We wanted to treat them and are treating them the way that we wanted to be treated. We feel that they should get the very robust share of the revenue and not the folks that own the machine.
Don't you love that feeling of freedom, of being able to do it yourself in a way that does invite others to come and enjoy the journey as well? Yes,
very much so. Very much so. It's funny. My wife had said to me earlier, because I'm an owner of several different companies, and my wife said to me, "Why would anybody want to own their own company?" Because they're crazy and they love to be punished. No, it's because you just get fed up with being taken advantage of. How many people do you know? How many people do I know? How many people do your listeners know that work a job and they say, screw it, I will just go and clock in and clock out every day as long as I get my check at the end of the week, at the end of the month? And there are folks that go, no, I'm not going to be taken advantage of. I'm not going to be kicked in the tuchus every day and go, well, it's okay. At least I get this $3.78 at the end of the week. And I'm very much of that mindset. Yeah. My partner, Larry, is very much of that mindset. And neither of us, and I think you may be cut from the same cloth, I find I don't have a lot of appreciation for folks that sit there and whine and bitch about their existence. If you don't like it, get off your ass, take charge, go create your own environment.
I call that the power of choice. I don't have a job. I have a choice. And my choice is I'm going to do this today. And so, and I try to teach that to so many other people, but they don't grasp that. And I keep thinking, maybe it's my age coming out then. Maybe this is something I learned in my latter part of the 50s.
There is no way that you're in the latter part of your 50s, okay?
Oh, I'm 60. I'm 61, man.
God love you, brother. I got a few years on you. I'm 65, so it's just, and I tell you, every morning we wake up, one end of the bed is Mother Nature, and she's laughing her ass off. Yep. And the other end of the bed is Father Time, and he's laughing his ass off.
So true. I just feel that what you've built here with Red Coral, it's a platform that is really going to be embraced in the way of new artists coming forward, new directors, new producers, because it's gonna be based on trust. And to me, that's who wins the game.
Yes. And look, it's not without. It's taken us 4 years to launch this. We went through 3 different coding companies that told us they could do X, Y, and Z, and they weren't even able to do X. The 4th company, we finally said, screw it, we're going to make this work. We're going to bear down and we're going to make it work. And some of the content owners, in fairness, have to be a little bit patient. because we're a new company, we're building.
Mm-hmm.
We're an AVOD, which means advertising video on demand. We want folks to get their content for free. It's funny, when you and I were growing up, we did as much as we could to move away from having commercials with our content.
Yeah.
And people that are my son's ages and younger are like, I don't care if I don't have to pay for it. I'll listen to a commercial too. So getting that worked out and getting to the point where we can monetize things in a very meaningful manner has been challenging, but we are winning. We're getting better and better advertisers. We're getting, every day there are more and more registrants on the service where people are like, we like your content. You know, you're not going to come here and see reruns of sitcoms from 10, 20, 30 years ago. You're not going to come here and see movies that were, you know, released on a major platform 5, 7 years ago, and that license on that platform has expired. So now they're whoring that content out to another service. You're going to see unique, artist-driven, independent folks wanting to tell their story their way.
Yeah. Man, this reminds me of walking into a record store back in the 1970s. You went in there to find new things.
Yes. Didn't you love that?
Yes.
Wasn't it great? Going through the racks and racks of albums and just going, oh my God, look, here's another record from Cream. I didn't know these guys did this. Here's another record from Faces. Remember Faces? Remember that group?
Oh, yeah.
Dude, you and I grew up at the best time for music. We did.
I'm totally with you. Okay, you can ask Alexa what I listen to the most, and she'll go Foreigner, and she'll go. And then what I'm learning how to do is like the music of the '90s, such as REM and even Blues Traveler, because it's like I can't disconnect from that era. It's just I didn't like it because I played it like every 5 minutes.
Yeah. You got a good point there. You know, one of the greatest things I did, one of the best things in my life, Errol, was marry the woman that I'm married to now. And one of the greatest things is she has such a voluminous amount of knowledge with regard to music from the 70s and the 60s. It's amazing. I'm just amazing. I'm very lucky. Very, very lucky.
You're going to create these little milestones for viewers where they're going to go, oh my God, you know, 2 years ago I watched it on Red Coral and wow, look, it's happening again. Exactly.
Yeah. Hey, brother, I see you're in Charlotte.
Yeah, I'm in Charlotte.
Your home base. You know, that's one of the places my wife and I, we live in upstate New York now. We're not contemplating. We're gonna get out of the land of snow and single-digit sub-zero. And after living in LA for 36 years, I kind of miss the warmth and the sun. But Charlotte is one of the places we've contemplated. Charlotte's a great town.
Oh, dude, I live in a forest, and my studio is probably about 23 feet up off the ground into the trees, so I can see the wild animals, the deer. The lake is over here to my left. I mean, it's just and you think Charlotte is this big city, but when you come out here and you get in the forested area, it's all about Mother Nature.
Are you kidding me?
Yeah.
Your studio is about oh my God.
Oh, it's in the trees, man. It's in the trees.
Can I come and visit?
Absolutely.
I want to see it.
Absolutely.
I want to come see it. It sounds phenomenal. What a great, you know how many people are like, they wake up like, I got to go to work, and they're like dragging their knuckles on the ground behind them. If I was you, I would be like springing out of bed, hopping across the room, going, Yahoo!
Absolutely.
You know?
Absolutely.
Oh my God, you must be seeing the birds.
I am. I see everything inside these trees. I sure do. Yeah.
Errol, I'm serious. Dude, I'm gonna get your information from Bill. I'm gonna come and visit you.
Please.
All right?
Please. It's my biggest dream to turn all of this land back into a forest so it can become a writer's place where writers and authors can come from all over the world and sit by this lake, because for 30 years I have felt this amazing energy to be creative, and it's like, this doesn't belong to me. It belongs to other creative people.
Charlotte too was a rather prolific hub in content production for a very long time, because of actually the benefits that your state government gave to content creators.
Yeah.
The tax incentives. They backed off it a little bit, but there's still some great facilities there.
Absolutely. Oh, dude, you've got to come back to this show anytime in the future. The door is always going to be open for you.
Thank you kindly, brother. And thank you very much for having me today. And thanks for telling folks about Red Coral. You know, we're available on Roku. We're available on Fire Stick, Android, iOS, Apple TV, Google TV. We're on the web at redcoraluniverse.com. So we're out there. We're free. Register and enjoy content that you're not going to see anyplace else. All right.
Be brilliant today, okay?
Thank you very much. Appreciate it. You have a beautiful day. All right, brother?